October 7, 2023 was supposed to be a day of celebration here in Israel. Religious Jews danced with Torah scrolls in synagogues, while secular Jews danced with each other at the Nova Music Festival. However, that day of celebration turned into a day that traumatized every Israeli. Thousands of unarmed civilians were tortured, murdered, and kidnapped and displaced from their homes. Among these victims were children and even babies. Many parents agonized for hours and even days over the fate of their children. Among these were 50,000 victims of parental alienation. While most parents were reunited with their children, these victims of parental alienation never got the chance to tell their children that they love them. All too often, their trauma gets ignored. In fact, alienated parents were forced into extreme situations that alienated them even further from their children. For example, alienated parents were sent into war zones without addressing any trauma from parental alienation. Such an extreme situation not only endangers the life of the alienated parent, but also the lives of surrounding soldiers. Since these soldiers are defending our very existence, forcing alienated parents into such extreme situations endangers the whole society. How did we get into this situation? The year prior to October 7, 2023 was a year of such terrible division in Israel that civil war loomed over our heads. At issue was a fight over reforming corruption in the Israeli judicial system, where parental alienation usually gets ignored or, worse yet, gets exacerbated. So what is parental alienation? It's a psychological manipulation of children to cut off their relationship with previously loved parents for no valid reason. Smearing the good reputation of loving parents not only traumatizes the children, but is also destructive for society. If we don't teach children to honor their father and their mother who are familiar to them, how can we expect children to have unity with other people who are different from them? In fact, societal division was so bad in the days before October 7, 2023, over 1,000 terrorists exploited our vulnerability with horrific consequences. This past year was marked by struggling for our very existence. A year after October 7th, the Jewish world is faced with an important question. Where do we go from here? The Jewish world is now entering into a new year. The year is 5785 on the Jewish calendar. The year written with Hebrew letters is spelled Taf Shin Pei He. The last two letters mean mouth in Hebrew. This is the year in which we must use our mouth to heal the trauma of last year. We can create or destroy with the words that come from our mouth. We can destroy families with our speech, or we can use our speech to heal broken homes. The Torah calls on us to specifically heal families that suffer from parental alienation. The prophet Malachi exhorts us to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of children to their fathers. As we use the words that came from our mouths to turn children against their parents, this year we are called to use our speech to reconcile families and heal their wounds. The first 5 books of scriptures, called the Torah, has a lot of insight into parental alienation. In the Jewish world, we divide the Torah into 54 portions to read each week of the year. We will post weekly videos that highlight various aspects of parental alienation in each of the Torah portions. The year 5785 on the Hebrew calendar gives us an opportunity to glean from scriptures about the power of speech. Hopefully, we will learn to use our mouths to heal the trauma caused by parental alienation and to restore our families as in prior times.